Thank you so much. There have been days that I've been looking forward to this, where we can finally have like a voiceover conference where we can have conversations that are centered on voiceover. And it's finally happening. So thank you so much. In today's world, voiceover talents need to take advantage of social media to create content because our voices are valuable and timeless products. Our voices are valuable because brands contract artists, voice artists, to translate their messages and sell their brands, ideas, and products and concepts. We are contracted to do this to intended audiences, to target audiences. And so they need our voices to sell their products. That's why our voices are valuable. Our voices are also timeless because long after we're gone, our voices remain. Our voices are timeless assets. People can gain royalties. Your children, your grandchildren can gain royalties from your voiceover money, even while you're gone. So our voices are valuable and timeless products. There's so many areas of voiceover that you can earn money from. There's so many products. Our voices are also very timeless because they are used as reference. So many voices have been used for audiobooks, so many materials that you can refer to. And this is why we need to keep an open mind to creativity. We need to keep an open mind because social media gives us the power to create. It gives us the power to create the art that the world needs to see. Now, one of the misconceptions that we can ever have as voice artists is that we need to be influencers to create. It's not only a misconception, but it's deceptive. It's a deception. Why? Because it tricks you into believing that you're not worthy enough to create, that you don't have the power to create. You have to be a public figure first, or you have to be a celebrity to create. Everybody has a product to sell. And so you have the power to create on social media. And I find it very interesting that the voiceover, the theme for this year's voiceover conference is the future, survive or die. As voice artists that want to thrive in voiceover, we are not even meant to be surviving or dying. We're meant to be looking beyond survival. Because the future is created, it's designed. It's not just the default place that we go to. In this era, we have AI voices, machine-generated ideas. These are ideas that were designed years ago, and it's the reality of voiceover now. Imagine machines dragging the human space, dragging jobs with humans. I open TikTok and I hear things like, how to cook egusi soup in 2 minutes. And I'm like, this is not even real. Like, there's nothing, it has no human element. It's not even real, But then it's the future of voiceover. It's here to stay. I don't like it, but I don't have to dislike it for it to function. So we need to shape the future. We need to design it by thinking about content that will be relevant 10 years from now, 20 years from now. And so if you do not create, you do not exist. If you're not creating any content, it means that you do not exist. And you're not meant to be surviving or dying. If you have information, if you're not aware of information that can help you do better and be better as a voiceover artist, then you're dying. And if you're aware of information that can help you thrive in your local space, it means you're surviving and you're not open-minded to opportunities beyond your local sphere. You need products that you can showcase and sell on international platforms. International platforms like Voquent, like Fiverr, like Upwork, like Voices.com, Voices123. You need to showcase your products there. And so survival mode means that you are sleeping, that you're in your comfort zone. We need to look beyond survival. Now, during the pandemic, during the lockdown, it was a curse, but it was also a blessing because a lot of voiceover artists made a lot of money. They had home studios that they could, make money from. And they were thinking way ahead 5-10 years ago. So when the lockdown happened, they weren't moved. They were just cashing out in the comfort of their own home, So we need to always think ahead, 10 steps ahead, 15, 20 steps ahead. We always need to be forward thinkers. And so if you're here and you're thinking, why should I create on social media? Why? I don't even like social media. I don't want to be there. I don't want to show my face. Now you need to create because social media is a shopping platform. It gives you the power to create. It gives you the power to promote yourself, to promote your brand. Now, in as much as we're selling brands and concepts and ideas for clients, we're also selling our products. We also have that responsibility to showcase and sell our products. Imagine walking into ShopRite or Spar and you're seeing different, the shopping aisles and different products. That's how it applies to voice artists. Every voiceover specialty that you have is a product. Your voiceover commercials, your TV, radio commercials, animation, IVRs, ADRs, they are all products that you can sell. So think of taking advantage of social media to create, because it's a shopping platform. You're selling to potential clients, repeat clients. You want to ensure that whoever is coming to patronize your service or buy your product is coming back to buy. That's one of the high points of being a voiceover artist, right? You're also selling to family, you're selling to friends. They may not be able to buy your product or patronize you directly, but they can recommend you. So you're selling to friends, you're selling to family, you're even selling to enemies. Have you ever heard things like, oh, I hate that guy, I don't talk to him, but he's very good? That's a compliment. It's not pleasant, but it's a compliment. So you're selling. And sometimes you think you know who you're selling to, but you don't know. You never know. An American independent agent has contacted me directly on Instagram before. I think it happened during the pandemic. They wanted me to do just like a voiceover for animation. They contacted me directly. They didn't go through an agent. They just said they loved the texture of my voice. I didn't think I was selling to them. I just had the product available. So you want to take advantage of social media to sell your products. It gives you visibility. It gives you the opportunity to showcase and build a personal brand. Clients are always looking to buy, so you always have to keep selling. So do you have a range? Do you have a demo? Do you have a portfolio, a website, a link where people can click on and find your voice samples? You need to always make your clients, understand how they can buy from you. Make it easy for them to know how they can buy from you. Do you have, what are your working hours? What are your specialties? How many voiceover areas can you really do very well? Do you have a home studio? Can you take live direction? The world has become a global village, and it's becoming smaller every day. You can be here in Lagos and get live direction from a voice director in the UK, in the US, in Europe, any part of the world. You can be on TikTok and do a duet with, another artist in another part of the world. And you can showcase that as content that you have, because some people even use that as an audition. They look at that and they see the way you act, they see the way you use your voice, and they're like, oh, this is really good. This is a very talented artist from Africa, a West African, East African artist that we need on this project. So take advantage of social media to create, to explore your talent. Don't hold back. And then what you do not want to do is serve packaging without content. Some people have on their bios, they say, I'm a voiceover artist. But when you go to their feed, you don't see anything voiceover related. You scroll and then you keep saying slay, slay, slay. And there's nothing wrong with slaying, right? But where is the product? There's nothing voiceover related. And so you chase your clients away because there's no product to buy. So you want to ensure that you have the packaging and the product and the course of action. Here's a link to my bio. Here's a link to my website. So make it easy for your clients to buy. And then another reason why you want to create on social media is to explore your talent. You never know how you can create if you don't start at all. When I started creating, I didn't want to show my face. I didn't want to be seen. I just preferred to be backstage. And so I was posting blank content. You could just hear my voice. But then my content became predictable. People started tuning out. It became very monotonous. There was nothing interesting about it. And then I started to do audiovisual ideas and content, going about using animation, merging videos with photos, like photos and audio. And people started tuning in. People started engaging. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know I could do that. So when you create, you discover your humorous side. You discover so many things that you can do. But if you don't create, you will never know what you can do. And I always tell people, not everybody is going to be a voice talent. You can be a voice director. You can be a copywriter, a content writer. You can be somebody who manages talents. You can be an impresario, right? Somebody who manages talents. Somebody who's an agent who can bring people together and work with them. So you have to find your strengths, know your products, and know how to sell, okay? Another reason is social media is a bedrock of information. Voiceover artists need information to thrive. You need information about how you can get voiceover education and training, how to set up a home studio, how to do vocal warm-ups and exercises. There are free tutorials online, YouTube. All you need is data. All this information is available for you. So take advantage of that. Just recently, I've been learning about mic placement. When you're voice acting and you're too close to the mic, it messes up your voice acting because it has pop sounds like, and it just messes up the whole thing. You have to start from scratch. So mic placement, it can be here, I can be acting, and the mic can grab all of my acting, right? So that's what I've been learning on recently. There's free information online, even how you can take care of your voice. If you're drinking a lot of caffeinated teas, you might be drying out your vocal cords, causing harm to your vocal cords. You need information on how you can take care of your voice, because our voices are our assets. You get information on auditioning opportunities, both local and international. So social media is a bedrock of information, right? Another reason why you want to create is that voiceover, social media content is there for reference. There's so many voiceovers that I heard in the 90s that I listened to, and they're stuck in my brain. Mr. Big System, come share with us lots of fun and excitement. It's still there. So these, content never dies. It never dies. It's there. It's there for reference. And then so many things that were created in the past, audiobooks, they're just there for reference. You can rewind, fast forward, pause. Voiceover content is always there for reference. So if you're here and you're thinking, how do I create voiceover content? I'm unaware. I have no information. I have no idea what to do. The first thing you need to understand is that every voiceover content is generated from an idea, right? And ideas have wings. If you don't catch ideas, they will fly away. They have wings. So you need to catch your ideas down. Form a habit of journaling. Just one bullet point, one sentence can create a whole idea. So don't hold back. When you have your journals, write your ideas down. Every content is generated from an idea. Another way you can create is through collaboration. You can't always do everything by yourself. Now, you're a voice artist, but you're not an animator. So how do you go about the job? You connect with people in your network. There's somebody who can be a graphic designer, another person can be an animator or an audio engineer. Work with these people. 2 heads are better than one, it's true. Even when you can do all the work by yourself, sometimes you might be overwhelmed. You might not be able to just achieve everything. But when you work with people and you have a collaborative spirit, then magic happens. So form a habit of collaborating. Another way you can collaborate is by showing your human side, your processes, how you practice, because voiceover is not a perfect process. You make mistakes. So show your process, document your ideas, and then social media engagement as well. Twitter Spaces, Clubhouse, engage in conversations that are centered on the craft. Even when you're on TikTok, you can do a duet with other artists from different parts of the world and create the content. Use all the resources that are available to you to create. And then use creative tools like InShot, Canva, Audiogram, especially for people who don't want to show their faces on social media. You can just put your photo there, and then your product, your voiceover is playing in the background. Make use of all the resources that are available to you. Use apps, use tools to bring about variety. Today you can create something humorous. Tomorrow you can do like a skit. Another time you're doing animation. Just bring about variety. So what is the future of voiceover content on social media, actually? This is where we need to start thinking ahead. Can I go to a marketplace and not see anybody there? And just be like, okay, fine, I want to buy crayfish. Welcome, customer. If you want buy 15 naira crayfish, I beg, press the red button. If now 1,000 naira all you want, I beg, press the yellow button. What's the future of voiceover here, content here in Africa? Because already we have AI voices. So how are we thinking here in Africa? So on a final note, I'm just going to leave us with 2 questions that we need to ask ourselves. What kind of content creators do we want to be? Do we want to be content creators that are valuable, that have timeless products? Do we want to bring smiles and warmth to people's faces and hearts? How do we want to be remembered? And then finally, what will we do with the information that we are getting as voice artists to thrive in voiceover, to have fulfilling careers? What are we going to do with the information? If you're here today, I implore you to take advantage of every session, every speaking session. Take advantage of every information that you have, because your beautiful voice cannot do the work for you. It's only part of the equation. If you have a beautiful voice as a voiceover artist, you have a great deal of responsibility on your hands to promote yourself, to network, to create. And so your voice cannot do everything for you. not just having a beautiful voice, but doing the work. And so what will you do with the information that you get to become a better voiceover artist? Will you look beyond survival? Will you survive? Will you die? Or will you not exist? Thank you so much.